online crew. Let's chat today about an interesting trend that's happening on social media and what you can do about it and how you should adapt to it potentially. I'm going to give you 5 tips to think about on this video as to how you could adapt to this trend. If you want to, you can do anything you like. Actually, you don't have to do anything. But when trends come about on social media and we notice certain things, it is definitely something for you to think about as to how do you adapt your social media strategy. It's even early in the morning in my part of the world. What's going on? Just before I go on, squirrel moment, I've just finished the live Q&A Zoom call for the coaching community members. The first one, there's another one tonight for those of you in the UK. Germany type countries, but we had a great call. So if you are one of my coaching community members, make sure you go and catch the replay of that call, which is sitting in the group right now. We'll also email out to the coaching community members, but we just had a great call. And I get tongue-tied when I talk a lot. And one of the things we actually talked about is perfection. How many of you are perfectionists and you kind of wait for everything to be perfect before you post anything on social media or go live or put a reel together? You want everything to be perfect. Perfect doesn't fit on social media. You do not need to be perfect. You can turn up, you can mix up your words, you can do all sorts of silly stuff. Nobody cares. Nobody relates to perfection. If anything, I say this all the time in my video challenges, people relate to your perfection. What am I on today? People relate to your mess. I'm just having a giggle at myself. People relate to your mess more than they relate to perfection. Is that not true? Like, do I become off? Oh my God. Can I just start again? Does it give you hope that you can go live and completely stuff up your videos when you see somebody like me making mistake after mistake after mistake? So there you go. Anyway, if you are joining me live, say hello so I can say hello back and give you a bit of a shout out. If we haven't met before, hello to those on Instagram. Hello to those of you watching on Facebook, on my business page, on my group. And I do need to give my people in my group an apology. Did you realize 2 days ago when I went live, I was actually in the wrong group? I wasn't in my social media group. I was in my coaching community group and I wasn't meant to be. So if you were waiting for me to go live in my social media group 2 days ago, I never showed up. What I eventually did is shared my video into the social media group. So if you missed that, you can go and catch the replay. Anyway, we should get back on track, should we not? Anyway, who's here? Say hello to me, whether you're on Instagram or Facebook or wherever. We've got Cherie. We've got a Facebook user. So that means you are watching from my group and you just need to click the StreamYard link at the bottom of the description of my live. If you're in more than one group of mine, you have to do it in each group that you are in. Hello, Lauren. Good to see you. Hello, Cherie. Me. Lauren gets it. Wow, people should really relate to me then. Love that. Yep, me too. Hi, Liz. How are you? Hi, Valerie. Good to see you on. Look forward to talking to you shortly. Valerie won the prize 2 days ago, which is pretty cool. And hello to everybody over there on Instagram. So let's have a listen. What side of the bed did I wake up on this morning? Or what was in my drink? I have just had my greens and something. Maybe there was something in my drink. I don't know. Let's move on. So what's the interesting trend? How many of you are doing video of sorts? This is a video related thing. How many of you are avoiding video? I hope you're doing video of some sort, whether it's live like I am now, whether you're doing short form video or uploading video. I hope you are doing video of some sort. So this trend is related to video. So one thing you should know is that video is being favored by the algorithms. That's not new, okay? So if you're not doing any form of video, live video, pre-recorded video will never, ever do as well as live video. It's just not what's favored with the algorithm. So live is always best and obviously short form video. And those of you that were with me all last week in my free group doing the Reels Bootcamp, you've heard all about how effective Reels can be to get to that untapped organic reach and to help you widen your audience and get new eyeballs on you. Because, you know, my whole brand is about ABC of social selling success. So the ABC, attract, build, and convert. You've got to attract more people to you, some of you, because your audience is just not big enough. You don't have enough followers. You don't have, enough people looking at what it is that you're doing. So you need to attract people to you first. You can do that very well through Reels. Okay, but you got to build your brand so you can build your influence, so then you can convert to customers, team members, clients, whatever it is that you do for a business. Okay, so video is where it's at. That's not new. What is new? What's trending? So something that you want to take notice of, and I'll give you 5 tips, to work out, how you can adapt to this if you want to, is that the short form video, which is very much trending, is getting longer. Okay, so hear me out. When there's trends, this is how they're going to play out. You'll normally see something change on TikTok first. They're the leader. Then you'll see something pop up on Instagram after that. Then Facebook will follow. That's generally how it works. So we saw, some of you will have it, some of you won't. We saw on TikTok months ago the option, again, some of you will have it, some of you won't. I had it and it's gone. Had the ability to do 10-minute lives or 10-minute videos, only uploading up to 10-minute videos on TikTok. Now, if you were in my Reels Bootcamp last week, my free Reels Bootcamp, where I gave you a wealth of information for free on Reels, what popped up for me just last week? Who was on the Reels Bootcamp that knows the answer to that with Reels? Traditionally, Reels, and majority of you will have Reels up to 90 seconds, okay, on Instagram and Facebook. What popped up for me last week? Who was here? And some of you may see this and some of you may not. So yet traditionally it's 90 seconds. But does anyone remember that was on the boot camp? I got a screenshot. I showed you that screenshot. Well done, Valerie. 3-minute Reels. Who else has got that? Yep, Claudette, 3 minutes. Who else has got 3-minute Reels on Instagram? This is what's happening. What traditionally was short form video, the shorter the better. And I taught that in the Reels Bootcamp last week. If you are starting out with Reels, shorter the better. Get a trending sound, do, anywhere between sort of 3 and 10 seconds, choose a trending sound, point or speak or put a tip or some words or something. Just get started, make it easier for yourself, jump on trends. But the trend that's happening is short form is not getting so short form anymore. Okay? But 3 minutes is still short form, really, in the scheme of things. Like this live video, I'll go for 15, 20 minutes, whatever, talking to you about this. This is long form video. Okay? But short form is getting longer. This is the trend that's happening. As I said, TikTok's always first, then Instagram, Facebook. So we've already seen up to 10 minutes on TikTok. We are seeing now on Instagram, for those of you that have got it, it only came out in the last few weeks, this month in March. You can do, some of you, so it's rolling out up to 3-minute Reels. Okay? Watch what happens on Facebook coming up. So what does this mean for you? How should you, adapt to this? It means that you want to jump on trends because that's what the algorithm favors. Things that are new, you want to keep your eyes open to trends, because when you jump on trends when they're new, you will more than likely, let me put a disclaimer in there, unless your content's crap. But as long as your content's, reasonable, you'll get favored in the algorithm because it's a new trend. It's a new feature. Okay? The other thing, who's on TikTok? Just put yes, TikTok. Would love to know how many of you are also on TikTok. Also launched, where did I put it? This month on TikTok. So some of you have got 3-minute Reels on Instagram this month. This month also on TikTok, they launched, It's called their Creator Rewards Program, which gives cash incentives for users who upload longer video clips. So just this month, TikTok have launched their new, here's the official wording, Creator Rewards Program. So if you upload, not create, upload longer videos to TikTok, you could be offered, depending on your following and all those kind of things, to be part of the Creator Rewards Program. So TikTok now have got a new program where they're giving cash incentives for people who do longer videos. Instagram has just made available to a number of us to do 3-minute reels. Let's see what happens with Facebook in coming time, okay? So we are seeing a trend with longer short form videos. So what should you do about that? 1, take notes, stat. In January, Meta, so Meta is Instagram and Facebook combined, reported that Reels consumption is up 20% year after year. Every year, year after year, Reels consumption is going up by 20%. Where do you need to be to get favored by the algorithm, get more engagement and get more reach? Reels, okay? So whatever's happening on TikTok, we shortly see after, on Instagram and Facebook, etc. So this is what I recommend you think about in relation to Reels moving forward. Well, short form video getting longer, okay? So video in general, if you are not doing video of any kind in your social media mix, you are missing out. So whether it's short form or short form going longer, if that makes sense, live video, stories. When you are in stories, take video and put it in your stories. Talk in your stories. They're a lot shorter again, like under 30 seconds, like under 20 seconds on Instagram, I think it is 20 seconds. I think it's 25 on Facebook and 20 on Instagram or something like that. Do moving video in your stories instead of still shots. Like video is where it's at. So that's number 1. I'm going to give you 5 tips here for you to think about in your social media content. Do video, whatever video, live video. There is no faster way to people to get to know you, your personality, what you're about, who your target market is, and what problems you solve, unless you speak. You got to speak. Okay. Number 2, tailor your content to the platform. Okay. So what I mean by that is TikTok is a video platform. So video all day long. Go for it. If you want to do a blitz, do 3 TikToks a day, go for it. Video, 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 video. Instagram accounts can be 100% reels. If you're watching from Instagram, you don't necessarily need to put posts or carousel posts. I've actually dropped my carousel posts in the last, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I've just dropped them all together. I've got great carousel posts that are on my Instagram feed, but I've dropped them to do more reels, to get back on reels, because I shared, those of you that were on the boot camp know that I used to get thousands, tens of thousands of views on my reels. I dropped it to concentrate on TikTok, and now I'm painstakingly trying to build back my reels up again on Instagram. Okay, but you could get away on Instagram, and I keep pointing up here in case those of you on Facebook and YouTube don't know, I'm talking to the people on Instagram up here on my phone. So that's why I keep looking away. So Instagram, you could do 100% reels, but if you're not doing reels on Instagram, you're majorly missing out. Facebook, on the other hand, you need to think about. It's not normal. We talked about this in the boot camp last week. It's not normal to flood your feed with reel after reel after reel after reel on a personal profile. It's just not normal. Even on a business page, you could do it like a Facebook business page. You could probably do it and get away with it if it's completely on point and on brand, but it's still a little bit unusual. You can also hide your reels on your Facebook personal profile. So you could put up reel after reel after reel after reel and test a few things and go back after you've posted it and hide it from your timeline. So there's an option. I'm not going to repeat everything I shared in the Reels Bootcamp. You needed to be in that last week to get all those kind of tips. But things to think about with short form video, testing longer short form video, if that makes sense, because that's what's trending. Make it suit the platform that you're on. So have a think about that. Okay. Number 3. Test longer form video if you've got the option to do it. Test longer form video on TikTok. Test, if you've been given the 3-minute option, test it. See how your views go. See how your reach goes. Okay, put it into the mix and then test and evaluate. Why you also want to do longer ones is because the thing with video is to get comfortable. How many of you feel completely comfortable in front of the camera with video? I bet there's a lot of you that just still don't. You worry about what you're going to post. You think, what am I going to post today? What do I look like today? I don't look camera worthy today. Hopefully some of you just don't care because nobody else really cares. If you're on point, if you've got a great target market and the problems that you solve and you make that known to people and your content's good, who cares what you look like? Okay, you got to get over that. And if we are moving towards a trend of longer form video, you need to get more comfortable in front of the camera because longer form video means you have to show your face more. Doesn't it? So if you can practice doing longer videos, if you've got the option to do those on the platforms, I would encourage you to play with that because it's only doing longer videos and getting more practice in it that you're going to be really good on video. I sucked at video when I first started. I came from corporate. I wore a suit every day. I lobbied politicians. I directed staff. I came on social media. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I certainly wasn't comfortable in front of a camera, and I sucked at it. You might look at me now and go, well, she's quite natural on camera. It's only because I've probably done it a million more times than you have. Well, that's an exaggeration, obviously. But I'm more natural on the camera because I've just done it longer than you. I'm not special. I haven't done any camera training. I've just done it more times than maybe you have. So something you might want to think about, if you think about, if this is trending and this is where we're heading, your best chance to attract more people to you, build a brand and convert to customers, teammates or clients, whatever you do in your business, is to get really good at being on camera. So if you've been given the ability to do longer videos, test it and evaluate it because it's favored in the algorithm. Anything that they bring out new, they want people to use and they'll give you more reach. So use it, adopt it. But secondly, the quicker you can get more comfortable and natural, authentic and genuine behind the camera, the better off you'll do on social media because we are in a relationship business. And if people don't know, like, and trust you, they're not buying anything from you. They're not joining you in your business. They're not becoming a client. So you've got to be known, liked, and trusted. How do you do that? Show up like this. Do reels. If you're a bit slow on the turning up live, go all in on reels. Show your face, give good value, give great content, and let go of the outcome. Stop thinking, what can I post to sell my stuff? What can I post to get a customer? What can I post to get somebody in my team or get a client? Just share and be a cool, genuine, authentic person and give great value and the money will come. But you got to be comfortable doing that. Get my drift? Number 4, vary your content. So if we're going to get given longer form, and that's what the algorithm's going to favor, and this is the trend we're moving towards, we're going to longer form video again, test out the different types. Now, if you, like what I was saying before, what I stand for and what I teach is the ABC of social selling success. Attract people to you, build a brand, and convert to a sale. So test out different video with that in mind. So test out some videos, just attracting more people to you. Share a humorous one. Be entertaining. That could attract some people to you. But then do some B videos. B is build your brand. It's giving value. It's sharing educational. It's not all about selling. It's not all about what you want. If you turn up on social media and it's all about what you want, people will turn off pretty quickly. What value are you doing? How can you help people? What message are you sharing behind that? Like, build your personal brand. When you have influence and you're building a brand, people won't have any problems when you create curiosity around something, saying, what is that? I want to learn more about that, because you're trustworthy, because people know, like, and trust you. If you don't let people get to know, like, and trust you on social media, they ain't buying anything off you. Make sense? So the number 4 out of these 5 tips is to vary that content. Do some A type videos, attract, do some B, building your brand, and do some C. So maybe one of your videos out of a week is a converting one. It's asking somebody to, well, it's leading with curiosity. It's sharing the benefits of what you do and how you help people. And then you ask for what you want. Like, put whatever down in the comments and, I'll share more information with you. Ask for what you want. Don't be afraid to put out videos that ask for what you want. If you don't ever ask for what you want, you're going to get exhausted with social media. You're going to be putting content out there left, right, and center, and no one's going to be asking you for any information about anything, because you're not asking for them. People need to be led. People need to be told. People are busy. I bet you're a busy person. Are you a busy person? Put it in the comments for me. Flat out. Exhausted, doing all the things, working 2 jobs, mum, dad, kids, grandkids. I bet you're all busy. Now, if you're trying to build a business on social media, you're cutting through everybody else's busyness. If you want them to do something, you got to ask for it. But don't flood your feed with those type of videos, because it'll annoy people. If you're not giving any value, if you're not sharing with people how you solve problems, they're not going to stay with you. Okay. So number 4 is like varying up your content between the ABC of social selling. You want attract videos, you want building your brand videos, and you want converting videos. Just mix that up. You're going to have more attract videos and building your brand videos than you are convert. Okay. Those of you in the Reels Bootcamp, we went through this. Out of a 7-day period, you might have 4 attract, 3 build, and 1 convert in a 7-day period with videos. Like, think of that kind of strategy. Okay. And number 5, to, test out video, get more comfortable with video, getting people to know, like, and trust you. You have to know your personal brand. What is your target market and what problems do you solve? And sell that message, share that message over and over and over again. We are, unfortunately, we're just talking about this on the coaching community Zoom. So again, if you're a coaching community member, go and catch the recording of the Zoom we did earlier. We talked about all sorts of cool things. But you've got to say the same things, unfortunately, these days on social media over and over and over again for people to really resonate with it. If you just say something once, good luck with that. You've got to say something 15, 20 times with the same kind of call to action over and over and over again before people act. Gone are the days where you could post something once or twice and people will take action. If you get lucky, good luck to you. Awesome. However, for most people trying to cut it through social media, it is the consistency of your message that builds up trust. So when you do give a call to action, or you create enough curiosity around something that somebody's like, I wonder what that's about. I'd like to learn a little bit more. It's the 20th time they hear it from you that they will reach out to you. It's not the first time. It's not the second time. So if you feel like you're being a broken record, get over it on social media. We are in a day and age at the moment on social media where you have to say things over and over and over and over again. So don't ever think that you're repeating yourself or you're boring people, because that's actually what it takes to build the know, like, and trust factor for somebody to actually reach out to what it is that you want, what it is that you have to offer. Does that make sense? Okay. Are you hearing me with what I'm sharing, in this video about this kind of trend that we're moving towards? So think about it. Think about how you can adapt to that. Think about these 5 tips that I've given you and how you can improve your social media strategy to match what the platforms are favoring at the moment. And if you've been given the ability to use some of these longer forms, test it. But at the end of all of that, please evaluate your metrics. Get rid of the emotion and look at the information. Those of you that are caught up in emotion and say, nothing's working. Nothing's working. It's like, okay, so what's your reach? I don't know. What's your engagement in relation to your reach? I don't know. So how do you know nothing's working? If you're not looking at your reach, you're not looking at your engagement in relation to that reach, you can't actually effectively evaluate your content. So don't get all emotional about your content. Let the numbers do the talking. So what I'm suggesting that you do is test these features that you have been given, then look at the numbers and truly evaluate without emotion what's working for you and what's not. And it's only when you look at those numbers that you can truly say, okay, my numbers are actually pretty good here. I'm actually improving. And when you really dive into your insights, so Instagram, if you're doing reels, you can dial down. You can even look at how if you got followers from a particular reel. If you're on Facebook and you're only on your personal profile, you do yourself a favor and make sure you're on the professional mode of Facebook so you can get the data, because that's what professional mode of Facebook does. Okay, it gives you all that data. It gives you reach. It gives you, yeah. Anyway, exactly, Nicolina. Look at the facts. Get out of your head and look at the numbers. Okay, the numbers do the talking. And I'm not sure what aha moment you just got, but I'm glad you got it, Lauren. So Lauren's had an aha moment. So I'm glad that whatever I've said has given you a bit of a light bulb moment for it. Okay, so I hope that's helpful to you. Just some things to think about. Re-listen to this video if you need to. But this is kind of a trend that's popping up. It's not new, but this is the way that we're going. So you want to kind of jump on these things to give yourself the best opportunity to be successful on social media. Okay, so always a pleasure to bring content to you. Thank you for watching and engaging with me, and I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye-bye.